This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome into you. Hope you're having a fabulous start to your day. I'm Rebecca Smith.
I'm Bill Bryant. Here we are on Tuesday, a day that some are going back to school. Tomorrow, a big day of those school bells ringing. Last day of freedom for many. Now 6 a.m., jury members could hear testimony this morning as the Lexington murder trial resumes later this morning.
The man killed in an officer-involved shooting in Scott County has been identified. What police say led to the shooting just ahead.
And an NBA star helping some Eastern Kentucky kids get ready for school. We'll show you how coming up.
And we're pretty calm and quiet this morning. If the kids are heading back to school this morning, hope everything goes well for you guys, the teachers and the parents. Things look good this morning, but afternoon, some showers and thunderstorms are on their way. We'll have that, and I'll show you when those pop up. Coming up.
Okay, it's Casey, Powell, and Pulaski counties going back today, by the way. All right, in the news, opening statements were heard in a Lexington murder trial, and jury members could start hearing testimony when the case resumes later this morning.
Paris Charles is accused of murdering his girlfriend back in the fall of 2014. WKYT's Mark Barber joins us from the live desk with more on what's expected from the courtroom.
Good morning, Rebecca. Since a jury was seated yesterday and we have already heard opening statements, today we're expecting to hear testimony in the gruesome murder case against the 60-year-old. Paris Charles is accused of killing his girlfriend and dismembering her body. 50-year-old Goldie Massey was reported missing back in the fall of 2014. A few weeks later, parts of her body started washing up along a 120-mile stretch of the Kentucky River. During a preliminary hearing a year and a half ago, police testified that they found large amounts of blood in Charles's home on Chatsworth Drive in Lexington. Officers also told the court they took a look at his phone records and discovered Massey's phone stopped working when it was with Charles's phone. Investigators testified that when they traced his phone, they found Charles was near bridges that cross the Kentucky River when Massey was reported missing. While we have already heard brief testimony in this case, there are still so many questions that have yet to be answered. Like, why was Massey killed? What was the motive? How did she die? And where's the rest of her body? Of course, we're hoping to learn more of those answers as police take the stand again. The murder trial is expected to last 2 weeks. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you.
Yeah. The suspects in 2 Lee County murder cases will be arraigned today. 4 people now face charges in connection to these murders. A judge set a $1 million bond for each suspect.
Police found one victim's body Friday and the other on Saturday. A family member of one of the victims, James Brown, says the past couple of days have not been easy at all. Brown's cousins asked that we not identify her because of her own ongoing legal issues. She told us she is concerned that the suspects will post bond and be back out on the streets.
What do you want to see happen?
What I want to see happen, I can't see. I want them in the ground. I want them put where they just put my cousin. But by law, I can't get to do that. I want them life in prison, no parole, not getting to spend time with their family. See how they feel.
All 4 of the suspects are expected to be arraigned this morning by video in court.
What started as a pursuit by police ended with a deadly officer-involved shooting in Scott County. Happened along Midway Road yesterday afternoon, not far from the Woodford County line. State police identified the man as Juan Godines of South Carolina. They say it started when Godines held his wife against her will. When troopers went to arrest him, they say he took off. Troopers say Godines crashed his car on Midway Road, then ran off towards a nearby creek.
We were scared, yes. It's not uncommon. Occasionally we'll hear people hunting back there. But this sounded way more than just a hunter. It sounded back and forth and very close.
State police say they shot and killed Godines. We're told he was armed during the pursuit. Investigators say the incident is still under investigation.
Authorities in Laurel County say an Ohio fugitive and 8 other people are in jail this morning. They say it all started with a search for a missing person. Police say Thomas Scott's family reported him missing last week. Days later, police received a tip that he was at a home on Arthur Ridge Road in Laurel County. And when police showed up at the home, they say 8 people there denied knowing where Scott was. But officers found him hiding in a bedroom. Police say Scott was taken into custody, and the 8 others are now charged with hindering prosecution and alcohol intoxication.
The state's Public Service Commission has approved a compliance plan for Kentucky utilities to close and cap coal ash ponds. The ash comes from power plants. Kentucky utilities will spend $675 million to meet new federal environmental requirements for coal ash ponds at 5 sites. The PSC says KU will raise rates as part of its plan. The rate hikes will peak in 2022.
As you may know, the governor wants to request of Washington that there be changes to Kentucky's Medicaid program, and the window of time to comment on Governor Matt Bevin's proposed changes to the Medicaid program has just gotten bigger.
The original comment period ended at the end of July, but now there's a new deadline for comments. And WKYT's Mike Byer is live in Lexington to let us know when that deadline is.
Good morning, Rebecca. Officials made the decision to extend the deadline last week. This according to the Associated Press. Now, instead, they posted a link near the bottom of the website devoted to the proposal. According to the AP, the notice online says the deadline is 5 p.m. Friday, but Cabinet for Health and Family Services spokeswoman Jean West says the deadline is actually Sunday. She says public notices are scheduled to be published in newspapers on Thursday. Now, Bevin is requesting this proposal, but it has to be approved by the federal government. Bevin's proposal would require able-bodied adults to pay premiums of up to $15 per month to receive coverage. It would also require beneficiaries to have community engagement, such as volunteering for a charitable organization or getting a job in order to qualify for coverage. Bevin says his changes would save taxpayers roughly $2.2 billion over the next 5 years. But once again, his proposal must first be approved in Washington. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
A former Morehead State basketball star is helping out kids in eastern Kentucky. He's helping them get ready for a new school year.
And now a member of the NBA, Kenneth Manimal Fareed, came back to the place that helped him reach the next step in his career. The Manimal Foundation donated 100 brand new Adidas backpacks filled with school supplies to kids in need during a back-to-school bash held in Morehead.
Morehead is a place basically I call home for 4 years, and to come back here to give back to the community, to the kids, and help them basically with school and any way get a head start, because that's what we're trying to do.
A gentle giant there. The students will receive their new backpacks on the first day of school. Along with school supplies, each backpack has a signed picture from the Manimal himself.
Kids love that. A handful of counties have their first day of school today. Kids in Casey, Powell, and Pulaski counties head back to classes this morning. A majority of schools in central Kentucky, including Fayette County, head back tomorrow. So enjoy this last day of freedom, guys.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
You know, the morning hours, it won't be hard to enjoy because the morning hours is only a small chance that we actually see a shower or thunderstorm. It's really afternoon that we actually see showers and thunderstorms. Remember, it's scattered. Some will see them, some will not. We're starting to get the first glimpse of daylight here in Lexington, Frankfort, Jackson, already seeing that. London, Corbin area as well if you view back toward the east. And look, nothing's going on now, but like I said, we do have some rain on the way. Now, here's what's happening. This rain is coming in from the south. Right through here, what's right through here? Well, you got the Appalachian Mountains, right? So when this rain hits the mountains, it goes over the mountains, it just kind of falls apart, and that's why you're not seeing it come off into portions of northern Tennessee or southern Kentucky. But give it some time because the energy is heading northbound, and not only is the energy, but also you're looking at those showers and thunderstorms with the moisture, okay? So anything that goes up today will absolutely, no doubt about it, be able to put down some tremendous amounts of rain in a short period of time. So it's not the severe weather threat. Severe weather threat is not there today. It's really not there the next several days. But the flash flooding concern is there, which is severe weather. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about damaging winds, tornadic activity, hail, not there. It's really that flash flooding concern we're going to be focused in on as we travel throughout your next several days. Let's break it down for you. Further detail. Let me show you what's going to be happening Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to stop it there on Friday as we head off into the nighttime hours. Here's 10 p.m. Friday. Here's the look across the region, right? Not a whole heck of a lot showing up. These aren't impressive numbers. 1.38, that's the most impressive number there in northern Kentucky. But you have that humid air. That's going to equal some heavy rain. The storm chances will be daily now through Friday. Now through Friday, it's hit and miss. It's kind of on and off, right? But then we head off towards your weekend. Watch Saturday and Sunday. Watch what happens. Boom. Check that out. Now you're talking about 3, even 4 inches of rain for most locations back toward Lexington and back west. So that's something to watch out for very closely, because the weekend will be all week going with those daily chances of rain. And then you throw in your weekend storm system. That's the actual front that's going to be making its way through. That's why you saw much more rain, because it's more widespread, and some heavy rain will be with that. There's no doubt about it. A lot of moisture streaming our direction, guys. So we just got to watch that. We're still crossing our fingers Sunday into Monday. Looks like when the front tries to push on through. And once it does, then after that, there's nothing behind that. But still, a couple of models are saying maybe even up into Tuesday. So it's a long go at it. We got a long ways to go. I know.
We keep trying to put a period on this thing, right?
Yeah, Sunday
I actually enjoy it.
into Monday.
You like rain, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
I like it. I've always associated the summer thunderstorms with back to school for some reason.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, the beginning of fall,
There you
getting
go.
into that.
Nostalgic feeling.
Think of
there,
it
right?
that way, right?
Okay, that's good. Good.
Maybe.
There's a little perspective for you. 6:10 now on WKYT this morning.
Each morning we bring you weather and traffic.
Now let's check in with Officer Don. He's out at 98.1 The Bull with live drive traffic. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. They're already working in our construction zones this morning, so be extra careful, like on Todd's Road. That's between Man of War over to I-75. Hayes Boulevard is still shut down there. And on the outer loop of Man of War in the Harrodsburg Road area, too. Crews will be working a little bit later on this morning. Overall view looks great right now with no major delays or collisions. Now, as far as your drive times go, you should be okay on the way in this morning. There's a live look courtesy of Lexington Fayette Urban County Government of New Circle and Leestown Road, both on the inner and outer loops, and the exit ramp looks great. Now back to you in the studio.
Okay, and we know tomorrow those big yellow school buses will be out there in the crowd and all the excited kids, and it's going to be fun. And again, some of our districts actually starting back today. All right, 6:11 on WKYT this morning.
Delta is still struggling this morning as they continue to try to get thousands of passengers to their destination who've been left stranded. We'll have a look at how things are going out at Bluegrass Airport when we come back. Welcome back in. 6:15 is the time this morning. Delta Airlines working to get tens of thousands of travelers on their way today, a day after a major computer glitch.
A lot of problems for a lot of people. The airline canceled more than 700 flights and delayed more than 2,000 after a power outage at its Atlanta headquarters knocked out the airline's worldwide computer systems yesterday. Delta says its systems are back up and running this morning, but several flights are still delayed or canceled. 2 Delta flights scheduled to fly out of Bluegrass Airport this morning have been canceled. Another has been delayed. The airline says it will be handing out refunds and travel vouchers.
Authorities in Kansas are still investigating the death of a young boy at a popular state water park. Police reveal Caleb Schwab suffered a fatal neck injury while riding the 168-foot-tall ride at Schlitterbahn Water Park Sunday. They say he was one of 3 passengers riding in a boat on the slide. That slide is still closed this morning.
A new bombshell has come out in Roger Ailes' Fox News scandal. New York Magazine is reporting that Ailes used the company's budget to hire consultants, political operatives, and private detectives that were allegedly instructed to go after Ailes' enemies, including journalists who wrote critical articles about him. One such target reportedly became the focus of a negative PR campaign. Ailes has denied the latest allegations, saying through his attorney that they are totally false. The 2016 presidential candidates campaigning in key swing states today. Hillary Clinton is in Florida and Donald Trump is in North Carolina. Yesterday, Trump tried to reset his campaign with a major economic speech. But as Brian Webb reports, the Republican nominee is facing some growing resistance within his own party. Here's an update on campaign 2016.
Donald Trump pitched his revamped tax plan Monday in Detroit. Many of his proposals have been embraced by Republicans for decades, including across-the-board tax cuts.
My plan will reduce the current number of brackets from 7 to 3 and dramatically streamline the process.
During the hour-long address, the Republican candidate also took aim at Hillary Clinton.
Every policy she has tilts the playing field towards other countries.
Speaking in Florida, the Democratic nominee panned Trump's plan as more of the same.
Trickle-down economics does not help our economy grow.
A Monmouth University poll out Monday has Trump trailing Clinton by double digits nationally, while facing growing opposition from members of his own party. Late yesterday, Republican Senator Susan Collins of Maine revealed she would not be voting for Trump in November. This after 50 GOP senior national security officials warned the Republican candidate would be dangerous to the nation's security. Clinton herself faces more fallout from her use of a private email server during her time as Secretary of State.
I blame Hillary Clinton personally for the death of my son.
The parents of 2 Americans killed in the 2012 Benghazi attack filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the Democratic nominee Monday. They say her so-called extreme carelessness led to their sons' deaths. Brian Webb for CBS News.
And Clinton's campaign responded to the lawsuit, saying that she has already been cleared of any wrongdoing by several different investigations. On Thursday, Clinton will be offering up her own plan for the economy during a speech in Detroit.
The time right now is 6:19. Walmart is buying online retailer Jet.com for $3 billion plus stock. Jet was founded just last year and has quickly grown, while Walmart's online sales have slumped in recent years. The combined online retailer is seen as a competitor to Amazon. You could get your next cell phone hand-delivered. AT&T and Enjoy.com are expanding the service they launched last year to 4 more cities: Miami, Houston, Atlanta, and Dallas. The free service includes an hour of help setting up the device. A popular streaming service is making all of its users pay to play any of their shows. Hulu is moving to a subscription-only model. It's a move that's not entirely shocking given the company's recent investments in original content and expanding its film and TV library. Those who are not current subscribers will be offered a free 30-day trial. Burger King's iconic hamburger is going Tex-Mex. Get ready for the Whopperito. Love that name. Love it. The fast food chain's latest menu item. It's a flour tortilla stuffed with the beef of a Whopper, but with added seasonings. That looks delicious, actually. There's queso on it as well, with chopped tomatoes, onions, lettuce, and pickles to just round it out. Burger King CEO says he's been looking for a way to add Tex-Mex to his menu. The Whopperito Bill launches at all Burger Kings next Monday. Know you will be picking up one of those, or maybe a couple.
You know, the one thing I agree with you is it would just be fun to say that in the drive-thru.
Queso and pickles. There you go.
Yeah, I'd like a Whopperito. All right.
Yeah.
Just to start off the day. And it's good to have you with us on WKYT this morning. Hope you have a Whopperito of a day and make the best of it. 6:21 right now. Divers lucky to be alive after a run-in with the ocean's top predator. A look at the close call that was caught on video when we come back.
We're looking good this morning, but the chances of rain will increase later on this afternoon and the next several days. We're going to get into that, and I'll break that forecast down for you. Coming up next.
Welcome back. 6:24 is the time. Well, a trial for a man charged with murder in Lexington will continue today.
That's what's trending at this hour. Testimony could be heard in Paris Charles' trial later this morning. Jury members heard opening statements in the trial yesterday. Police charged Charles with murder in the 2014 death of his girlfriend, Goldia Massey. Want to check on that weather forecast here on this Tuesday? Here is meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, really good shot overlooking Lexington. Beautiful start to the day. The kids are going back to school. Good luck to you guys. Hope it goes well. A lot of schools actually go back tomorrow, but nonetheless, either way, whether it's today or tomorrow, morning hours look mainly dry, afternoon, not so much. Kid coming back from school could run into a few showers, a few rumbles of thunder. 87 degrees later on today, and it's hit and miss today all the way through your Friday. The weekend is when it becomes a little bit more widespread. So we're kind of back into that wet pattern where some pick up pretty heavy rain, tremendous amounts of rain, and we could see some flash flooding concerns as we head throughout the next several days too. That's the main threat. I don't see much of a severe threat, but in terms of flash flooding, it is there. Those creeks and streams, just keep in mind if you live close to near those, just heads up for that as we'll continue to watch that rain travel on in here each and every single day, guys.
Yeah, just one system after another of some kind.
Never ending, it seems, right? Yeah. Dramatic video captured everyone's worst nightmare as a Texas man on vacation was attacked by a shark.
Got to see this one this morning. It happened in the waters off the coast of the Bahamas. Dr. Steve Cutbirth was diving with his son-in-law when it all happened. He said the impact felt like a, quote, kaboom, as the impact ripped his mask clean off of him. Aside from needing about 30 stitches in his face and his knee, Cutbirth says he is doing fine at this point.
Woo.
And I guess considering he dodged real trouble, that he's good, that he's all right.
My guess is he'll go right back in the water, too.
Right.
Oh, I don't know if I would, but
okay.
Good luck to him.
It's good to have you along with us this morning, 6:26 on WKYT, and a lot more news is coming right up.
When we come back, campus officials at UK got a blast from the past yesterday. What was in a decades-old time capsule coming up at 6:30.
And all of our top stories are coming right up for you. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot, $38 million, and tomorrow's Powerball jackpot is $67 million. This is WKYT This Morning.